Hello, I'm Eddie Bailey and I'm a geologist. That means I study rocks and soil, fossils and the evolution of animals and plants. I'm also a keen gardener and have an allotment in my back garden. Today we're asking the question, what can we learn about soil just from looking at it? This is a sample of healthy soil from my garden. Almost half of a healthy soil is made up of minerals. Minerals include sand, silt, which is just a very fine sand, and clay in roughly equal proportions. A healthy soil also contains a good amount of organic matter. Interestingly, almost half of a healthy soil is water and air. A healthy soil is a soil that contains the full range of soil microorganisms that are working to produce the substances that your plants eat, the nutrients and the water. So we're going to be talking about the soil food web. We begin with plants and organic matter. They are eaten by the bacteria and the fungi, and they in turn are eaten by slightly larger organisms, the protozoans and the nematodes. And the nematodes are being eaten by microarthropods. And the microarthropods are being eaten by worms and birds and other animals. And they all come together forming this soil food web. And if everybody's happy in the soil food web, then the soil is healthy and then your plants will be healthy. So we're now going to look for the microorganisms in your samples. The microorganisms stick very tightly to leaves, twigs, other microorganisms. Tiny bit of the water with the microorganisms in it. Turn the microscope on. Just look at, oh, look at that.
That's a worm.
What do you think that is? Nematode. You've actually got a nematode. Can you see all these little dots? That's all the bacteria. So the children here at Waterside Primary Academy have discovered they have a really healthy soil food web. How do we know that? Because we have every element of the soil food web in their soil. So how do you know if your soil is healthy if you don't have a microscope? If it's a nice dark brown, almost black colour, this means lots of organic matter. Worms. If there are plenty of worms, then there are plenty of other soil food web microbes that worms love to eat. Moisture. If the soil is damp, this means that the soil food web has water and all things need to drink. You want your soil to be loose. Not too loose, but not compacted. There needs to be plenty of airflow. All microorganisms use oxygen, and they don't like being too soggy either. If your garden soil is pale grey, has no worms, is dry and compacted, or if it's too clayey or too sandy, then you need to add lots of organic matter. By feeding and watering your soil, you're feeding and watering the soil food web, and the soil food web is feeding your plants. And so you can see, if you look closely enough, you can open your eyes to a whole world of useful, interesting facts about your soil.